All right, a new film by Sandeep Reddy Vanga. I've watched 2 of his movies, both of them the same story. I've watched Arjun Reddy and Kabir Singh. Now, my favorite version of that character is actually by a YouTube channel called Being Indian, if Kabir Singh was an intern. If you haven't seen it yet, y'all are missing out. It's the best adaptation of that character ever made. So, we have here Sandeep Reddy Vanga's written, edited, and direct. He edited as well. Wow, he really had masterful control over this story. So, this is called Animal. It is starring Ranbir Kapoor, Rashmika Mandanna, Anil Kapoor, and Bobby Deol. So the worldwide release is December 1st in Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam. Okie dokie. If you guys haven't done so already, please do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Let's see if we get a cool song out of this. Let's see if we're dealing with a character who is quite angry. Let's see if we get a few adaptations out of this as well. Here we go.
Thought about kids?
I want to be a father.
You won't be like your father, right?
Oh, that set him off.
My father is the best father in the world. Don't ever go there.
Hey, Mr. Golden Spoon, तू वो सब करना जो तेरे जैसे अमीर बच्चे करते हैं. Travel the world, see things, 1-2 sports cars crash कर, 2-4 affair कर, तेरी आंखें खुलेंगी फिर.
Oh, is that what's his name? Yogi Babu?
कुछ भी पूछ सकती है. Anything dirty, porn देखता हूँ, लड़की झुकती है तो check out करता हूँ, and I'll always give you an honest answer. But not this.
I'm sure I made some mistakes. नहीं पता था मुझे how to train a son.
You train me well, Papa.
Whoa, shit.
बुरा जी वेखण में गया बुरा ना मिलिया कोई जे मैं आपो देखया मुझको बुरा ना कोई.
What the hell? Oh, that was sick. That was cool. That's actually really cool as a way to present that.
बहुत काम बाकी है पापा. उसको मिलना है, मारना है. आप निराश मत होना पापा.
That was dope. I'm digging the music, by the way. Yo, the music, this is actually really cool looking. I'm gonna let this play again while I talk. I was immediately obviously getting that kind of Kabir Singh vibe, or Arjun Reddy for the Day Oneers. And I was like, okay, here we go again. And that was my initial honest feeling. I was like, oh. And even with the slapping with Anil Kapoor, I was like, okay, so we're getting the backstory of how you arrive at such a character. And it's interesting because, we've seen Anil Kapoor get angry before in movies. I feel like it's not unusual to see him go there, but to see him be so violent, so abusive, I'm not sure that I remember seeing him go to that extreme. And so I can see why Anil Kapoor would sign up to do something like this, because it's an exploration of a side of him that maybe he hasn't seen yet. And same for, Ranbir Kapoor. It's this sort of level of aggression. We've seen him be serious and intense, but to this level, I don't think so. And not only that, the character's going into a darker place, being what looks like a mafia head. He's shooting the place up. Speaking of which, I really, really like that shot a lot of when, you see the guys in the next room while all this gunfire is going off and they're covering their ears. Oftentimes, movies don't acknowledge that. Gunfire is so loud, it can deafen you. Bill Burr has a whole bit about this in one of his specials, the black and white special, I think, where you fired a gun and he never even heard it go off. All he heard was the ringing in his ear. This thing right here with the shielding is interesting. It almost reminds me of a video game where you get frustrated because you're trying to shoot the character. Anyway, the masks immediately gave me kind of Squid Game vibes. I can't help it. Like that's where my brain goes to right away, because it's kind of got this animal look with the hard edges and whatnot. I think that the way that this is shot, the presentation of it, it's very cool. Like that shot, you see drone shots all the time now, but to see it following a car like that feels very much like Denis. I don't have a chart here to tell me how to say his name. The guy who directed, it's behind me, Arrival, and he also directed Sicario and Blade Runner 2049, and he did the recent Dune. He's the one who I typically see these days doing drone shots like that, whatever film it is. And so to see that here, I think that's such a cool way to use the drone. I don't know what that feeling is that it creates. I don't know why it's so nice, but I personally like it a lot. I think that a lot of the shot choices in here are beautiful. Right from the get-go with Sandeep Reddy, I don't want to mess up his name because I don't have it fully committed to memory. Sandeep Reddy Vanga, I think his shot choices are always strong. His framing is always great, and he's usually got a good cinematographer with him to make his shots pop. All this stuff, like even the simple profile shot like that with Ranbir Kapoor, this is so nice looking. The shading across his face, across his eyes, and the sun, on his nose and mouth and beard. Like, I think this is such a nice looking shot. I have no idea what's going on. Immediately, I'm thinking of Face Off, because Face Off has a situation exactly like this, where you're stopping a plane from taking off in vehicles similar to this. But I'm sure it's not the same thing at all. I mean, he's clearly, crossing to the other side of the law in this movie. And that's an interesting thing to explore for him, because I can't think of another instance of Ranbir Kapoor where he's playing an anti-hero. That's one of the things that Sandeep Reddy Vanga likes to explore, is the anti-hero. I just don't know if Sandeep Reddy Vanga is completely aware that he's telling a story about an anti-hero, because when I listened to his interview with Film Companion, I'm like, I don't know how much I can agree with him with a number of things he's saying, but he is certainly telling an interesting story here. And so for me personally, I have to I'd want to listen to an updated interview from him, or a more recent interview from him, to just get an assessment. People change, people's attitudes change, their approach changes, the way, their perspective, there's an evolution to everybody. And so I would love to hear a recent interview from him of where his mind is at now, and what drew him, what, inspired him. What was the impetus for telling this particular story? Why this? We are certainly getting another level of action here that we didn't see explored in Kabir Singh or Arjun Reddy. That's interesting. And I think that, Sandeep Reddy Vanga is certainly a talented storyteller. While I might not have enjoyed Arjun Reddy or Kabir Singh to the level of a number of you guys did, I still can see talent. It's like there's clearly talent there. Seeing this evolution of him as a filmmaker, I'm like, he's stepping up, and I really like it. And it makes me excited, not just for this film, but to see where he goes after this. I'm looking forward to this, actually. I'm looking forward to this a lot more than I had initially anticipated before clicking play. So that says a lot. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know your feelings in the comments below. How do you feel about this? Hit that subscribe button, please. Bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. My headphones are about to fall off my head. All right. Peace out.